hope you're all well. Today we're going to be doing December's TBR. I cannot believe it is the final month of the year. Like, how did we get here? December is a pretty busy month for me. It's my birthday on the 4th. It is my second nephew's first birthday on the 8th. It is Christmas, obviously, and we are hosting this year, so it's extra busy for us because I'm going to be tidying the house top to bottom for that and getting ourselves prepared. And also I'm doing the Winter Romanceland readathon. If you don't know what that is, I will leave a link to the announcement video up here, but it's going to be a weekend long literature readathon, but winter edition, and I'm very excited and I cannot wait to take part and host that readathon as well. I feel like it will be potentially some calm amongst the madness for the month. So yeah, however, the stack of books that I have next to me that I would like to get through for the month of December, I'm pushing my luck. I'm not gonna lie, I am pushing my luck. It's gonna be a squeeze, that's for sure. Now, before we do get into the TBR, some housekeeping on books that I still have yet to get to. I've still got like 2 weeks, a week and a bit left of November. I'm filming this quite early. Normally, this is not a good thing because what happens is all I want to do is ditch everything else that's on my current TBR and just get into my next one. But I am currently working on a larger project that I really need to focus on and knuckle down on. The sooner I get that finished, the better, because it won't run into December too much, but it will run into that a little bit. So bear in mind there's other books that I'm not mentioning on this TBR for that video, but 2 books that there's still potential I could get to by the end of November, but I'm just going to mention them very quickly now because they are Patreon buddy reads. So our November December Patreon buddy read is Rewitched by Lucy Jane Wood. I would still really like to get to this before the end of the month if I can at all do so. It doesn't seem like a book that should be running into December really, but it is cozy fantasy, so I feel like even if it does run into December, it is what it is. I don't know, I was kind of hoping it would appear on the Goodreads Choice Awards so I could read it for that video project that I want to do. It didn't, and now I'm pissed about it. So I do still need to read this one. And then the other one is The Two Towers by J.R.R. Tolkien, which is actually the October-November buddy read. The Return of the King is going to be December and January, so I'm obviously not going to pick that up until January. I'm not too mad about this running into December, I've got to be honest. I feel like, you know, Lord of the Rings around festive season is not a bad thing, so I'm just a little bit behind now, but it is what it is. It's fine, it's going to be okay. I'm probably not going to rush to get this finished by the end of November. I probably actually prioritise Rewitched than this. So did just want to mention both of those for a little bit of housekeeping for Patreon buddy reads. Before we get into pulling some cards, we do need to do the patron pick. I am anxious about this. I actually cannot for the life of me remember what November's patron pick was and whether or not I've read it, which is not a good sign because I don't know what it was. Oh, The Tainted Cup. No, I haven't read it yet. There's still some time yet, so hopefully I'll still get to it. Right, let's find out what the heck this is. I think this is a newer one. The paper feels new. What is this? Out on a Limb from Tracy. Okay, I mean, it's not festive, but it looks cozy. Let me get it. So we've got Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. I've heard nothing but good things about this and about this author in general, and I'm actually really excited to get to this one. I kind of wanted to get to it earlier on this year and just didn't, so I'm really excited that Tracy's put this in here and I've pulled it out. I don't fully know what this is about though. A hot one-night stand and an unexpected pregnancy leads a young woman to someone she can depend on. From the viral TikTok author of Next of Kin and Next to You. I do know that she's got quite a few other books as well, so I am looking forward to getting to those as well. Sarah Adams says this is the kind of book that slips into your soul and heals things you didn't even know were hurting. And BK Borison has said this book is stunning. Cute. I'm not going to read the rest of the synopsis because it's quite a long one, but okay, this was what I wasn't anticipating going on here. It's over 400 pages, so it is a long book, but I'm honestly not mad about that. I feel like it could have been worse. I can't remember what's in that pot yet anymore, so I do feel like it could have been worse, but okay. So that's the first book going on my TBR officially. from Tracy. So thank you, Tracy, for that. We are going to pull some cards. There is a book that it isn't out yet that I do want to get to. I've got open on my phone so that I don't forget to mention it. There's a possibility I could end up with an ARC for this. I've applied for one, but I don't, it's not always guaranteed, obviously. So either way, I do want to get to this one in December, so we'll see whether or not I can get that on here. If not, I will mention it at the end. But yeah, I do have a really large stack here and I'm nervous. I'm really nervous because I want to get to them all, but it's a lot of books and I know I'm just not going to have as much reading time as I would like in December. I don't know, we'll see. All right, let's just pull from the top. We have choose a book featuring LGBTQIA characters. Okay, nice. I can do this. I don't know how many of these we're going to pull. Maybe aim for 5 and we'll see how it goes. All right, so I've got 3 that would count for this that I would like to get to. I've got Under the Mistletoe with You by Lizzie Huxley Jones. I've got Make the Season Bright by Ashley Herring Blake, and I've got Kiss Her Once for Me by Alison Cochrane. This is the latest one to come to my shelves, but Make the Season Bright is the other latest one. Kiss Her Once for Me has been on my shelves for ages, and I actually prioritised the first book in this series over this one because they had very similar synopsis. So I prioritised the other one because not as many people were talking about that one as they were this one. So I feel like I should get to this, but I also really want to get to this one, and I feel like I did so terribly with Final Book Support Group that this would just make me feel a little bit better if I prioritised a sequel. So I think I'm going to go for this one, actually. Maybe we can fit the other ones in somewhere else, I don't know. So I think I'm going to go for Under the Mistletoe with You by Lizzie Huxley Jones. This is the sequel to Make You Mine This Christmas, in which we were following... I've forgotten her name, but she ends up fake dating this guy called Christopher, and then when they go to his family's house for Christmas, she ends up falling in love with his sister. So now this one is following Christopher with his love story, and I'm really looking forward to it. Ready for a long Christmas break away from his little bakery, Christopher has closed up shop and found someone to stay in his flat over the festive period. Everything is under control, that is, until the mysterious person renting his home turns out to be Nash Nadeu, an actor, the star of Christopher's favourite Christmas movies, the guy he's been crushing on the whole past year, and it turns out a typically rude celebrity. When a huge snowman hits Christopher and... oh, sorry, snowman. When a huge snowstorm even hits, Christopher and Nash find themselves snowed in together for Christmas, but when it's still cold outside, the frosty tension between Christopher and Nash finally starts to thaw, and maybe even heat up into something more. Close proximity. I thought this was giving me the holiday vibes at first, actually, but in close proximity, they get stuck together. Sign me up. This sounds great. Very excited for this. Really looking forward to it. This is the Afterlight exclusive, by the way, if you're wondering. So yeah, that is going on the TBR. So next, let's have a look-see here. We have this one. Choose a book whose author's surname begins with an L. Shit. Let's have a look if I've got one. No, we're gonna go for this. Okay, so this is a new one, another new book that's just come in, actually. Doing well with my new books. It's come from Fairyloot, and it is actually the Fairyloot adult box for November, and I'm so excited about reading this book. I had a normal copy, didn't realise that this was coming in a subscription box, and had my normal copy pre-ordered. I've since seen that normal copy in Waterstones with pink sprayed edges, and it's beautiful, but I haven't picked it up because I knew that I then found out this was coming in a subscription box, and I'm really excited to read it. So it is The Teller of Small Fortunes by Julie Leong, so her last name does begin with L, and this is stunning. This is, as I say, the Fairyloot edition, and it's absolutely beautiful. I'm so excited this came in a Fairyloot box, honestly, and this sounds adorable, very cozy and very up my street, and I'm so excited. Look at how stunning this is. I'm obsessed, and I'm so freaking stoked to give this a read. So this says, a cozy fantasy about trying to find yourself and finding a family instead. Perfect for fans of Legends and Lattes, A Psalm for the Wild Bill, and House in the Cerulean Sea. All of those books are 5-star reads for me, so I'm freaking stoked for this book. Fleeing a troubled past, immigrant fortune teller Tao roams the dusty countryside with only her mule for company, telling small fortunes for small prices. But fortunes come with big consequences, which she knows from bitter experience. It's a lonely life until she encounters an ex-mercenary and a semi-reformed thief who recruit her into their desperate search for a lost child. Soon they're joined by a baker with a need for adventure. Need, spelt with a K-N-E-A-D. Did I need to explain that to you? Anyway, funny pun. And of course, a slightly magical cat. Tao sets down a new path with companions as big-hearted as her fortunes are small. But as her friends break down her walls, the shadows of her past close in. Now Tao must decide whether to risk everything to save the family she never thought she could have. I cannot wait to read this book. I'm so excited. I am stoked to have gotten this on my TBR. What on earth? Oh, hang on. Reader's guide. The 322 pages, it's not too long, so I'm very excited to have got this on. Bloody stoked. I'm so excited. So excited. Oh my goodness. Right, let's do another one. This is going great. There is a slight problem here that I could get too excited and just want to ditch everything that I'm doing, every single project I'm currently working on, and just get to my December TBR. What have we got? Choose a book which has a season in the title. I think only one, I'm gonna have to double check, one of the books has a season in the title. Yeah, I mean, Make the Season Bright has the word season in the title, but we're looking for a season in the title, not the word season. So we're gonna go for Winter in the Wood by Jane Riordan. This is a Winnie the Pooh book. It's the latest one. Jane Riordan has started not redoing Winnie the Pooh's, but coming up with new stories from Winnie the Pooh. Obviously A.A. Milne has passed away, so Jane Riordan has carried on, and I'm so excited about this. If you didn't know, I am a huge fan of Pooh Bear, and I collect all of these. I have them all. They're up at the top. In fact, I'm not too far off having an entire shelf for Winnie the Pooh, I've got to be honest. So this is the latest one. It's come out this year, I think. Yeah, it's come out this year, very recently. And I don't know what the actual plot of this is at all, and it doesn't say, because the inside flaps tell you about A.A. Milne, E.H. Shepard, Jane Riordan and Mark Burgess. But it's just to do with winter coming, I think.
But winter is coming.
Winter's coming. And obviously it will follow Pooh Bear and all of his friends and Christopher Robin on that adventure. It's got little illustrations and everything, and I'm really looking forward to it. So, season in the title, Winnie the Pooh's on the TBR. I'm excited. Love that for me. Alright, how many have we done? 3. I may do like 7. Having a great time. Alright, this says choose a book which, oh, struggles for both me and the camera. I can't read that. Choose a book which, oh, where the blurb starts with a name. Okay, this one will take me some mooching, I think.
2 very boring minutes later.
Alright, I had a few options for this one, but I'm actually going to go with The Christmas Tree Farm by Laurie Gilmore. Now, I loved the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, but the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore let me down a little bit, and I was really excited about this. I had it pre-ordered, and in fact I can't remember if I've got an e-arc of this as well, but because the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore let me down, I haven't jumped straight into this one, but I do still want to get to it for Christmas. It starts off with Kira North hates Christmas, which is unfortunate since she just bought a Christmas tree farm in a town that's too cute for its own good. We have the Grinch. Bennett Ellis is on vacation in Dream Harbour, trying to take a break from both his life and his constant desire to always fix things. But somehow fate finds Ben trapped by a blanket of snow at Kira's farm, and despite her grinchiest first impressions, with the glow of the fairy lights twinkling in the trees and the promise of warming hot chocolate, maybe, just maybe, these two lost souls will have a Christmas they'll remember forever. Sounds cute. I'm just hoping it doesn't let me down like the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore did, because I didn't enjoy that one as much as I enjoyed the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. So here's hoping this one will be better. This cover though is stunning. The little Scotty dog, adorable. I love it. Okay, we've done 4. Let's do number 5. starting to run out of these cards. I think I keep leaving them in books, which is a fucking nightmare. I might have to invest in some more. Okay, what have we got? To choose a book which has a person's name in the title. Oh dear. Have I... Oh, Winnie the Pooh would have worked for this. Bloody hell. Barrow. Alright, we're going completely left field with this because none of the ones in the stacks counted. So I am actually going to go for a horror, and a horror that I've been wanting to get to for a while, but have been putting it off because it's a physical read. But I physically read recently Incidents Around the House and had a fantastic time, so I'm hoping that the same will happen for this. And it is Mary by Nat Cassidy. Mary is obviously a person's name, and it's the main character that we're following. So this blends Midsummer with elements of American Psycho and a pinch of I'll Be Gone in the Dark. Now, I've seen American Psycho a long time ago. I've recently watched Midsummer, and I love I'll Be Gone in the Dark. So it seems like it's going to be a good time for me. Mary is a quiet, middle-aged woman doing her best to blend into the background, unremarkable, invisible, unknown even to herself. But lately things have been changing inside Mary. Along with the hot flashes and body aches, she can't look in a mirror without passing out, and the voices in her head have been urging her to do unspeakable things. Fired from her job in New York, she moves back to her hometown hoping to reconnect with her past and inner self. Instead, visions of terrifying, mutilated spectres overwhelm her with increasing regularity, and she begins auto-writing strange thoughts and phrases. Mary discovers that these experiences are echoes of an infamous serial killer. Then the killings begin again. Mary's definitely going to find herself. Wait, what the fuck? What? No, because I thought... What did I think? I think I thought that this was like a descent into madness, maybe a, you know, a demon possession story or something. What? What? This sounds fantastic. Okay, listen, I will... Oh, it says birthday. Birthday. I will pick up a book based on a cover. I will pick up a book based on it being very popular, okay? Those two things have happened here. I am very easily influenced. I don't know what to tell you. If you don't know that by now, welcome. I'm Steph and I'm really easily influenced. I did not know the synopsis of this book. I knew it was a horror, and I knew that there was a good chance I might enjoy it, but I didn't know the synopsis. So here we go. That's me reading the synopsis for the first time, being quite excited about that. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do 2 more. That was out of the left field. I wasn't planning on picking that up, but you know, these things happen. It is what it is. Let's do this one. Choose a book which is a fake relationship trope. Okay. Right, I think only one of the books in the pile counts for this. Yeah. So we're gonna go with Kiss Her Once for Me by Alison Cochrane. Interesting. I just assumed that when I ended up putting the queer book on here that this wouldn't end up being picked or anything else, but fascinating. Okay, so this one, 1 year ago, recent Portland transplant Ellie Oliver has... That's confusing. Had her dream job in animation and a Christmas Eve bookstore meet cute with a woman she fell in love with over the course of a single night. But after a betrayal the next morning and the loss of her job soon after, she finds herself adrift, alone and desperate for money. Since finding work at a local coffee shop, she's just getting through the days until Andrew, the shop's landlord, proposes a shocking drunken plan. A marriage of convenience that will give him his recent inheritance and alleviate Ellie's financial woes and isolation. They decide to spend the holidays together at his family's cabin to keep up the ruse, but when Andrew introduces his fiancée to his sister, Ellie is shocked to discover that his sister is Jack, the mysterious woman she fell for last Christmas Eve. Now, over one very festive week, Ellie must choose between the safety of a fake relationship and the risk of something real. This sounds fantastic, and the reason why I ended up not picking this up when it first came out is because I did have Make You Man this Christmas, and the plots for these two stories are incredibly similar. So it's the only reason why I didn't pick it up at the time, because I didn't want to read them back to back. But I'm excited now that I've added this onto my TBR, looking forward to it. This is looking like quite the festive TBR. I'm happy with this, it's going well. All right, last one. All right, last one, let's do this. And choose a book which has a one-word title. Oh, okay. All right. Let's have a look, see. What have I got with a one-word title? It's not a simple one to do. Okay, let me just, I need to double check how. Okay, I think this is classed as a one-word title, even though it's 2 words. Yeah, okay. So, we've got Beartown by Frederick Bateman. This is on my 24 books in 2024. I should have gotten to it way before now, and I'm sick to death of seeing it on my TBR, I'm not gonna lie. So I want to at least give it a chance. I do have Us Against You, but I don't have the last one, and I would like to at least give it a chance. So I'm finally going to get to it. Now, you're going to say Beartown is 2 separate words. If you have a look on the spine, it says Beartown as 1 word, and also on the top of each page it says Beartown as 1 word. So I'm counting it as 1 word. You do with that as you wish. I believe that this is set in a small town called Beartown, in which ice hockey is literally like their life. It controls almost everything within the town because it's a very isolated small town. However, something happens, I think, with a young girl within the town, with someone or several someones on the team, and it could destroy the town. I don't know the full ins and outs of everything, but people say Beartown is finished. A tiny community nestled deep in the forest is slowly losing ground to the ever-encroaching trees, but down by the lake stands an old ice rink, built generations ago by the working men who founded this town, and that ice rink is the reason people in Beartown believe tomorrow will be better than today. Their junior ice hockey team is about to compete in the national semi-finals, and they actually have a shot at winning. All the hopes and dreams of this place now rest on the shoulders of a handful of teenage boys. A victory would send star player Kevin onto a brilliant professional future in the NHL. It would mean everything to a Matt, a scrawny 15-year-old treated like an outcast everywhere but on the ice, and it would justify the choice that Peter, the team's general manager, and his wife Kira made to return to his hometown and raise their children in this beautiful but isolated place. Being responsible for the hopes of an entire town is a heavy burden, and the semi-final match is a catalyst for a violent act that will leave a young girl traumatised and the town in turmoil. Hers is a story no one wants to believe, since doing so would mean the end of the dream. Accusations are made, and like ripples on a pond, they travel through all of Beartown, leaving no resident unaffected. Beartown explores the hopes that brings a community together, the secrets that tear it apart, the courage it takes for an individual to go against the grain. In this story of small forest town, Frederick Bateman has found the entire world. I haven't read a lot by Frederick Bateman. I have read And Every Morning the Way Home Gets Longer and Longer, and I loved it. I sobbed. I read that earlier on this year and I absolutely sobbed. And I also have Anxious People on my TBR as well, so I would like to read more from Frederick Bateman, but this one I am anxious about. I'm not gonna lie, funnily enough, I am Anxious People about this book. So I'm nervous, but I'm looking forward to it because I heard nothing but great things, and it's about time I got to it. So I'm glad it's made it on the TBR. So that is the 7th book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to make it on here with the prompts. And then I just very quickly want to run through a couple of other books with you. So the book that I was talking about that I don't have a copy of yet, it's not been released yet, it's not out till 15th of December, but I may or may not get an ARC before then, we'll see, is Jumpstart by Kayla James. I'll show a picture of it here, and it is the 2nd one in the Lights Out series. I don't know what the actual series is going to be called, but it's the 2nd one, oh, the Grid series. And it is a single dad and single mom, I think, romance. He's the hottest single dad on the grid. She's his right person, wrong time. Now she's here. Oh no, I'm thinking of something else, I think. Now she's here and the missing piece he's been searching for falls into place, but the questions mount with every interaction. Why did she show up? Where has she been? And why does it feel like there's a part of her that's still gone? I'm excited to give this one a read, very, very excited, because I loved Lights Out. It's actually my favourite F1 book of all time. So really looking forward to that one. And then a couple of other books that I am intrigued to get to in December. I should prioritise Bring Me Your Midnight by Rachel Griffin. I bet you're as sick to death of seeing this as I am, because I'm sick of seeing it. Whether or not I get to it, I don't know, but I'm just mentioning it very quickly. I really do want to get to Watermoon by Samantha Soto Yamboa. I have been sent this arc from Bantam, so thank you to them for sending me a copy of it, and it comes out in January. I can't remember what the date is, but it does come out in January in the UK. Oh, 23rd of January it says. So I would like to get to this one, and I believe, I don't know if this is actually translated fiction or not, but I'm really looking forward to it. It sounds fantastic. On a back street in Tokyo lies a pawn shop, but not everybody can find it. Most will only see a cozy ramen restaurant, and just the chosen ones, those who are lost, will find a place to pawn their life choices and deepest regrets. Hana Ishikawa wakes on her first morning as a new owner to find the pawn shop ransacked, the shop's most precious acquisitions stolen, and her father missing. And then into the shop stumbles a charming stranger, quite unlike other customers, for he offers help instead of seeking it. Together they must journey through a mystical world to find Hannah's father and the stolen choice through rain puddles, hitching rides on paper cranes across the bridge between midnight and morning, and through a night market in the clouds. But as they get closer to the truth, Hannah must reveal a secret of her own and risk making a choice she will never be able to take back. It sounds absolutely fantastic, and I'm so excited about this one. So definitely want to prioritise this for December, so that will go in the pile. I also have The Wedding Witch by Erin Sterling, which I think will be a perfect read for December for the literature readathon, actually, because it's not too long. This one is a prequel, I think. Brightens up the winter solstice with another delightfully spooky novel following Bowen Penhallow and the girl he feels strangely drawn to, especially when she becomes his only hope of salvation after a strong spell sends them into a Yuletide celebration more than 60 years in the past. Oh, okay, maybe it's not. They just end up in the past. Okay. So yeah, this sounds great. I've really enjoyed. This is, you know, the X-Hex and also the Kiss Curse. This is the third book in that series. So I would really like to get to this one. It's short, so I feel like it will be perfect for literature readathon. And another one that I have that is shorty patati that I think will be perfect for literature is A Match Made at Christmas by Courtney Walsh. This one is following Hayes McGuire, who never believed the stories about a famous Nantucket matchmaker until she ropes him into taking over her duties while she's off island for Christmas. So he enlists the help of the one person he can trust with his crazy scheme, his best friend Prudence. Armed with a series of rules, a book of success stories, and the promise of Christmas magic, the pair of old friends set out to make a Christmas match. Little do they know that magic doesn't discriminate, and when they soon find their years of friendship deepening into something more, will Prue and Hayes ignore the electricity in the air between them, or will there be more than one match made at Christmas? It sounds fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to this one. So very, very cutesy, very, very shorty, and perfect for literature. And then I do have just a couple of thrillery, wintry reads. I think one of these is actually classified as romance as well, and then a couple of translated fiction that I think would be perfect for this time of year. So I've got The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Ali Carter. This cover is stunning. I'm obsessed. The bridge is shut, the phones are down, and the most famous mystery writer in the world just disappeared from a locked room 3 days before Christmas. Meet Maggie Chase and Ethan White. She's the new queen of the cozy mystery. He's Mr. Big Time Thriller Guy. They hate each other's guts. When they both accept a cryptid invitation to spend Christmas at the English country estate of a reclusive fan, neither is expecting their host to be the most powerful author in the world, Eleanor Ashley, the Duchess of Death herself. Then under the cover of night, the weather turns and in the morning, Eleanor is gone. This Christmas, rivals will have to become allies and maybe more if they have any hope of solving this crime, assuming they do not kill each other first. It sounds fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to this. So I'm looking forward to this one. I don't know whether this would suit for literature or not. If you've read it, let me know. So I'm excited for that one. Everyone This Christmas Has a Secret by Benjamin Stevenson. I've really loved Everyone on This Train. No, everyone in this family has killed someone, and then everyone on this train is a suspect. I gave Everyone in This Family Has Killed Someone 5 stars. Everyone on this train is a suspect is 4.5. And this one I'm really looking forward to. Again, another shorty patootie, and it is still following Ernest Cunningham. I'm not a detective, just happen to have a knack for what makes mysteries and murderers tick. I hoped this Christmas that any killers out there might be willing to take a break from the holidays. I was wrong. So here I am backstage at the Christmas show. The world famous magician Ryland Blaze, whose benefactor has just been murdered. From the magician's assistant to the hypnotist, my suspects are all professional tricksters, masters in the art of misdirection. My clues are even more of a mystery. A suspect covered in blood with no memory of how it got there, a murder committed without anyone setting foot inside the room where it happened, and an advent calendar because, you know, it's Christmas. Solving the murders is the only gift I want this year, but can I catch a killer and make it home for Christmas alive? Sounds fantastic. Sign me up. I'm so excited. And then the 2 translated fictions I've got, Before the Coffee Gets Cold, which I should have read by now. This one, I think, we'll meet 4 visitors, each of whom is hoping to make use of the cafe's time travelling offer in order to confront the lover who left them, receive a letter from their husband whose memory has begun to fade, see their sister one last time, and meet the daughter they never got the chance to know. I think this is going to make me sob, but I just feel like, you know, winter is a cozy time to be picking something like this up, and I'm very excited to potentially like get more of them and give them a read as well. And then I also have What You Are Looking For Is in the Library, which they've done like a festive edition of, so I feel like now I need to read this at Christmas. It's about the magic of libraries and the discovery of connection. This inspirational tale shows how, by listening to our hearts, seizing opportunity and reaching out, we too can fulfill our lifelong dreams. Sounds cute. Sign me up. So that's my ridiculous TBR. Let me just whack Rewitched and Two Towers on there as well. Here's hoping I get to Rewitched before the end of November, because bloody hell. Right, this is obscene for December. A month in which it is my birthday, my nephew's birthday, Christmas. What am I thinking? Also, Andy's birthday is New Year's Day as well. So I kind of count that into December because it's literally the first day of January. This is obscene. What was I thinking? I mean, in reality, I have put some books on for mood reading. So in reality, it looks a little bit like this, which isn't as bad. You know, that's better. That's better. I can deal with that. I think. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this TBR. I'm looking forward to the Winter Romanceland. Are you going to take part in Winter Romanceland? Are you also going to extend it? I wanted to do it for a week. I just didn't want to have to host a readathon for a week and commit to that, especially in the middle of December, because I just cannot make that commitment. So I'm only committed to the weekend for officially doing the readathon, but feel free to extend it if you want to. You are more than welcome to do so. I am absolutely doing that. But yeah, I'm really excited. I hope you're looking forward to December. I cannot believe this is the last TBR for 2024. Absolutely shocking scenes. How did we get here so fast? Crazy. Chat to me in the comments down below. What is on your TBR for December? Have you read any of these? What do I prioritise out of this lot? Let me know. And I will see you in whatever comes next. Bye for now.